eastbound and down, roll it up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just what your bandit run. I just had to do it because I am going east. We're going east. We're east on Interstate 40, and we are moving on down the line. And we're having us a blast. Wide open road. We got a few vehicles, but it's not bad congested. Not really. We just I think we just blew through Albuquerque without making a wrong turn. So sorry, Bugs. Sorry, Bugs Bunny. We didn't make a wrong turn at Albuquerque. We blew right through its doors. So we're going to head on out to the highway and get away from the big city. Because I tell you, knowing my luck, I get into Albuquerque proper and I get lost. I wouldn't be able to find my way back to 40. Then we would have a problem. So yeah, it's best to stay on 40. Find some little town somewhere and utilize those facilities rather than a big-ass city like Albuquerque. Because Albuquerque is apparently a really, really, really big city. So we're just going to breeze on through this and get on down the other side, and which I think we are now. I think we're on the other side. And so we're just heading on down the highway and having us a blast. And see if we can't find some little town somewhere to hold down for the evening. And now you know the rest areas here. Now, I don't know who the genius was that thought it was a good idea, but if you go to a rest area here, there's a big sign that says you can't rest. It says no camping. You can't rest. You can't sleep because it says no camping. You know, I remember as a boy, we would go to a rest area and we'd make sandwiches and stuff and, you know, crash out for the night, you know. Can't do it here. You do that here in the rest area, you get your car impounded and you get arrested. Now, I don't know who the genius was that figured that one out, but I think they need to be fired. I mean, what's the purpose of a rest area, class? Oh yeah, to rest. That's the whole damn purpose of a rest area. Well, you can't do it. You can't do it at a rest area. So now you got to either do a truck stop or find some empty parking lot somewhere or something, because you can't do it at a rest area. You get your car impounded. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That is absolute nuts. But that's the way they've got it set up, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Not until somebody comes along and fixes it. But yeah, the big old blue sign says no camping. In fact, they got a whole litany of laws that you can and cannot do while you're at that rest area. Most of them prevent you from utilizing the rest area. So, yeah, it's like, why have a rest area if you can't use the damn thing, right? I mean, it's retarded. It really is. It was an act of sheer stupidity. Whoever came up with that is crazy. They certified crazy because it totally negates and defeats the whole purpose of a rest area. So, what are you gonna do? Like I said, though, ain't nothing you can do about it because that's the current law, and until they change the law, you're stuck with it. And it's stupid. It's really stupid. But, oh well, que sera, whatever will be, right? Alright, I see an opportunity to shut this down, so I'm going to shut her down. Anyway, well, boys and girls, I have had, I believe, the freshest Whopper that I've ever had in my life. And it was at a little sleepy town called Moriarty on the other side of Albuquerque in New Mexico. And everything on the burger was fresh. Not just the buns, not just the meat. Everything was fresh. And he said, well, Vaughn, maybe they made it fresh for you because you're a veteran. Okay, that's a possibility. But I mean, it was just, I don't know. Everything was fresh. The pickles was fresh. The lettuce was fresh. The tomatoes was fresh. The sauce even tasted better. I don't know. It just, everything about it was just super nice. And I just had to say, you know, that it was you know, I got a really, really good burger at Burger King. There was a Burger King and a TA truck stop on the west side of Moriarty, because Moriarty has an east side and a west side, so don't get confused. But, and I never stopped at Moriarty before, but I stopped this time because I wanted to get some gas. And I saw a TA, and so I said, well, I'll just get me some gas. And there was a Burger King attached. And I said, well, hell, I'll see what they got. And just the freshest Whopper I ever ate. Incredible. So, I mean, if you want a really fresh Whopper, the west side of Moriarty at the TA truck stop, and you're good to go. So, just thought I'd tell you, because I mean, it was amazing. It was really amazing. I couldn't believe it. The dog liked it too, didn't you, Sharpie? Sharpie liked it too. So yeah, that was great, man. That was awesome. Of course, I'm nowhere near West Moriarty right now, am I? No, I'm on the road. I'm moving. I am moving on down the line. But it was an excellent Whopper. One of the best I ever had. And I'm telling the absolute truth. One of the best I ever had. Well, I'm not allowed to lie anyway, but you know what I mean. So, anyway, so if you really want a fresh Whopper, there you go. And I just thought I'd share that. We got some red signs coming up. I'll let you go. See ya. We are once again poking along at 1 mile an hour. I do not know why. Not a clue. But we are poking along at 1 mile an hour. And there's some wind vanes off to the left. I thought Trump said he was getting rid of them things. Let's see here. Can you see? Well, no, you can't see the wind vanes. You can see me. You can see me, not the wind vanes. Let me turn around here. Alright. Where the hell's the wind vanes? They're over there somewhere. Anyway, I think I got them. They're over there somewhere. Anyways, yeah, wind vanes and traffic backed up. Don't know why, but it is. Yeah, traffic's all backed up, and we're just hanging in there, man. We're hanging in there. I'm gonna hook my power back up. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so yeah. Oh, I found out something interesting on mobile device. If you buy a 5-watt cable, I think it's watts. 5 watts, 5 amps, 5 something. But if you maybe even 5 kg, I don't know. But if you buy a 5 cable and use it to charge your mobile device, you're going to find that it's going to keep kicking out to slow charge. And it'll periodically kick out to slow charge. And so something told me, probably the gods, or maybe even my ET friends, who knows which. But something told me, said, no, don't get the the number 5 cord, get the number 20 cord. 20 watts, 20 amps, 20 whatever. But get the 20 cord. And so I bought the 20 cord. It's the same price too, by the way. So I didn't lose no money. But said get the 20. And so I grabbed the 20. Sure enough, now it charges at super speed instead of slow charging. So now there's your answer right there. It's in the cord. You got to buy a 20. Do not buy a 5. You buy a 20. And if you buy the 20, you'll get supercharged every single time. And it will never kick out to slow charge ever. Never again. Mine hasn't kicked out to slow charge once since I went to that 20 cable. So, keep that in mind. Do not buy any cable that says 5 on it. You buy a 20. You buy that 20, it'll never... Now, there's a side issue, though. If you plug it into your cigarette lighter to charge it, and the car is not running, you're going to wake up to a dead battery, because it will literally drain your car battery down. Not even kidding. It's that powerful, apparently. So, just, make sure your car is running when you're charging your mobile device. Because the cigarette lighter charger, especially, maybe even the USB charger, but the cigarette lighter charger especially, will cause your car battery to just drain down to nothing. So keep that in mind, boys and girls, because I had to get a jump. I found out the hard way. I had to get a jump, and so I learned the hard way. Unplug that sucker out of the cigarette lighter when you turn the car off. Learned that the hard way. So, keep that in mind, folks. I don't know why this thing's... Well, yeah, I do know why, but anyway. But anyways, so yeah. But yeah, that was the key. It was the cable. I was buying the wrong cable. You got to buy a 20, not a 5. You buy that cable that says 5 on it, you're messing up now. You got to buy one that's got a 20 on it. I don't remember what it was. Was it 20 watts, 20 gigabytes, 20 something? Who the hell knows? But there were 2 cables. There was a 5 and there was a 20. Well, I always bought the 5 because I didn't think it mattered, and in some places the 5's cheaper. Well, it turns out you don't want that 5. You stay the hell away from the 5. You get a 20. Don't have nothing to do with no 5 at all. You stay away from that. So I don't even know why they have it. Because if it won't charge my phone, except on trickle charge, I don't want it. Because I tell you, that I don't know about you, but that slow charge, it don't seem like it charges the phone up anyway. Unless you got it completely shut off. If you're going to completely shut the phone off and let it sit for like 3 or 4 days, then the trickle charge will work just fine, I guess. But I mean, who can go without their phone for 5 days and it dead? It just laying there dead, No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So, get the 20 cord. Trust me. You'll be glad you did. Trust me. Alright, we're still poking along at 1 mile an hour. I don't know why yet. I don't have any signs yet. And the traffic's kind of blocking my view, so we'll just wait and see what it tells us. But anyways, just thought I'd get on here, let you know what's going on. Have a good one, folks. Alrighty, guys. I'm back again. Alright, now that I'm far enough away from the place that it happened, I guess I can go on ahead and tell you what I saw last night. One of my buddies, or was it early? Let's see. Well, late last night, early this morning, whatever. But it was one of my buddies in this area next right. One of my buddies, and at first it looked like an airplane, red and green lights, the whole shebango. Then it switched to red and white lights, and there, damn, that was quick. Was that the rest area? That was awful quick. Oh, shit, I blew right past it. Oh well. Looks like it's for semis only any damn way. I don't see a single car there. So never mind. Alright, anyway, back to my story. Low flying aircraft, right? Red and green lights, the works. It was nighttime, it was dark still. And then all of a sudden, this airplane morphed into something else. I couldn't make out what, because hey, it's dark. But morphed into something else, and into red and white lights, which I remember quite vividly as my ET's favorite colors, red and white, for some reason. Anyway, worked into something else, changed to red and white lights. Then it cloaked on top of that. So, is there any doubt then that they're with me? Well, no. And this wasn't a dot, okay? This wasn't a little dot in the sky. This was an actual craft. And it was low, really low. So, is there any doubt that they're with me? No, not at this point. Now, I would have loved to have recorded it, but I wasn't expecting it to happen because, like I said, at first it looked like a normal airplane. Red and green lights, everything. It had switched to red and white lights, and it transformed into something, and then it cloaked. So, it's like, well, damn. I wasn't ready for it, I wasn't ready, didn't have a camera ready for that. But I was thinking, just prior to that happening, I was thinking, hey, if my friends follow me from the last stop I was at to this stop, and then all of a sudden I saw that. Now, it wasn't a very big craft, so it was probably like a scout craft of some kind. But still, it was slow. It was not a dot in the sky, okay? There's no way you could mistake it. I mean, like I said, it looked like a plane flying with the red and green lights and everything. Then the light switched to red and white, and then it morphed into something, and then it cloaked. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, they're still with me. They're hanging with me. You guys are up there, right? I hope so. So they're up there with me, keeping an eye on me. So it's all good. It's all good. But now that we're way far away from where it happened, I can tell you. And by the way, just a simple reminder to the trolls and haters. By the time you get these videos, what? Oh yeah, he's not there anymore. He's done gone. That's right. By the time you, whoa, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're getting over. Okay. Oversized load there. He's gotten over. I don't know what he's doing. What's he doing? He don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to try to get around him. I know that. But we'll get around him. We'll try to get around him. There we go. Okay. Anyway. All right. Back to my story, though. So, because just prior to that happening, I was thinking, hey, did they follow me from the last stop I was at? Well, I got my answer, didn't I? I got my answer. They made no bones about it. Yeah, they're with me. They're with me for the long haul, I reckon. So, but it looked like a normal low-flying aircraft because it had the red and green lights and shit. And I think it kind of vaguely looked like the shape of an aircraft. But then, like I said, it morphed. Did it turn to red? I think it turned to red and white first. Then it morphed. Turned into red and white lights. Then it morphed into some other shape. I mean, like I said, it's dark. I don't know what shape it was. It wasn't a disc, though. I can say that honestly. It's not a disc. But it morphed into something else. And then after that, it cloaked. And it's like, well, yep, they're with me. So, here we are. So I got my answer. So they are definitely with me. Through thick and thin, apparently. My girlfriend is not going to let me go. She likes me. Maybe she likes me a lot more than plutonic. Let's put it that way. Now, I cannot confirm or deny, but I'm just going to say that there is a strong possibility that she likes me more than a plutonic relationship. And we're going to leave it at that for right now. But, yeah. Anyway, I got my answer, and that's what I wanted, so I'm good. So, but remember, trolls and haters, by the time you get this video, what? Oh, he's not there anymore. Okay, if we just cross the county line into a particular county, which I will not name, because the trolls love to try to dox me. I'm not going to let them dox me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Nope. Oh, speaking of nope. There was a guy, and he bought this house, and apparently this house had some artifacts still in it, and it goes down into the basement, and when it goes down into the basement, there was a shadow being down there, a shadow creature, and I guess, and this is on video, okay, and he goes down to the basement, shadow creature's there, and he's like, nope, and he ran back out the basement. And later, when he got his courage up, he went down, and there was some kind of, it looks like some kind of African face mask, and hanging on the wall. And so my first idea would be get rid of that mask, or at least take it outside, have it blessed, have it cleansed, whatever, and then, once it's cleansed and blessed and all that good shit, if you believe in holy water, put holy water on it, but get it cleaned up, then you bring it back in the house and be fine. But I'm thinking it might be that mask, because in the video, it showed like an African mask hanging on a wall, made out of wood or something. That's what it looked like. So I'm sitting there thinking that, that's probably what it was. So in any event, but that's, I just thought of that just now, and since the nope, and but he's like, nope, and he went right out of that basement. That's funny as hell. But yeah, man, stuff is really popping off here lately, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you go on TikTok, you go on Twitter, well, X Twitter. You go on YouTube, MySpace. Well, MySpace is mostly music now. But I mean, you go on any place now, man. Paranormal stuff, UFO stuff is really trending big. Really trending big right now. So, might want to check something out if you're bored to tears or something. Check some of it out and see what you think. Some of it's absolute horseshit, obviously. But there's a few nuggets in there that are like, makes you stop and think for a minute. So, interesting stuff, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Definitely good stuff. As soon as I round this curve here, I think we'll shut it off. But yeah, nope. He got out of that basement as fast as he could go, buddy. Nope, I ain't messing with that shit. Maybe you saw that video where that shadow creature grabbed that guy and just flung him around like a rag doll. He might have saw that video. Anyways, that's going to do it. Let me go on ahead and shut this off. Alrighty, we are back on the road again. And we are heading out. I have no idea what little town I was in, nor do I care. But it's not important. What's important is that we are making our way east in the hopes of finding along the way a girlfriend, fiance, wife that wants to have mad, passionate love to me and wants my little doggy to guard her house. That's what I'm looking for. That's what's on the agenda. So if you're wanting a guy that's very knowledgeable and that's very honorable and it won't treat you like shit, and you want a little doggy that'll protect your house at night, especially at night, you got the right person. So, what you need to do then is just message me, say, hey, you're heading east, I'm in the way, I'm along the way, or whatever, and just hit me up. I'm in such and such a state, and such a city, and such a state, and then we will, I will stop at a rest area, I will read your message, we will do a quick video phone call, verify you are human, and then I will head your way. I can tell you right now, the first woman that takes me and the dog wins. That's just the way it is. First one that takes me wins. So now, if you want somebody that you can trust, and somebody that's going to treat you right, you better grab me up while you can, because I'm in New Mexico. I'll be out of New Mexico by this afternoon. At least I reckon I will. I don't know. Depends on how energetic I feel and what my gasoline situation says. But in any event, I am heading east. I am not stopping. Not unless I get a video phone call from somebody. Then I'm stopping. Because then I know you're real. I don't have to guess. I know you're real. Or if you're already doing live shows on TikTok. If you're doing live shows on TikTok, well, then I know you're real. Such as Carol, for example. Carol is the Fran Drescher of the Asian world. She's hilarious. I love her. I love her to pieces. So if you see Carol out there, go to her live show and help her out. But anyway, she's just like Fran Drescher, only she's Asian. It's hilarious. It's awesome. But anyway, now like see Carol, she does live shows on TikTok, so I know she's real. I don't have to guess. I don't need a video phone call with her because I know she's real. You get it? So as such, I don't need a video phone call with her if she's in the United States, which she is not. But if she was in the United States, she'd say, "Hey, Bob, come by the house. I'll be there in a heartbeat." You know, because I know she's real, right? I don't need a video phone call with her, but she's doing live shows on TikTok all the time. So I don't need to do a video. I know she's real. You know. So I mean, you know, if you're doing live shows on TikTok, give me your TikTok link to your live shows, and then I'll watch your live shows, and then I know, you know, there won't be any question that you're real. And then I just come straight to your house, and that'll be the end of that. But now whoever either gives me their live shows or a video phone call, that's the one that's going to win. So y'all need to get hardcore about this shit, you know, because I'm heading east. Like I said, I'll probably be through New Mexico by the end of the day today. At least that's the plan anyway. I'm trying to remember what the hell's after New Mexico. But I'm kind of drawing a blank. Do I go through the smokestack in Texas, or is that later on? That may be later on. Hey, event. I'm moseying on down the highway here, folks. So, you know, you're wanting a good man that'll take good care of you and they go abuse you and treat you like shit. Now, I'm also going to add the fact that I ain't got no fucking money. So now, if you're looking for money, you can forget it. Because I ain't got no money. I won't have no money until I move in. And when I move in, see, then I can call the government and I can say, hey, I got me a residence now, give me my money. But I ain't got no money until I get a permanent residence. And I can't get a permanent residence until I get a girlfriend that's got a residence. So, that's where we're at. So let me know what you want to do, ladies. Because I'm heading down the highway as fast as I can go, man. Heading east. So now if you want to intercept me before I get to Texas, or after I get to Texas, or after I pass through Texas, because I'll be passing through the stovepipe of Texas. And it's a blink and you'll miss it thing. I mean, it really is. And it's like, wait a minute, that was Texas? And it's like, oh, yeah, you didn't, you know, it's gone, right? You're through the shit before you even know what happened. So now if you're in residence of the state of Texas, you know, and you're interested in having a permanent life partner that will, you know, treat you with respect, then you need to get on the ball. Hit me up, later. But anyway, I just said I'd share, because I can, because I will, because I should. And we're moving on down the line here. Wow, that looks like Heart Light right there, buddy. Holy shit. That looks just like Heart, but it's a lot smaller. Isn't that interesting? I said, isn't that interesting? You guys know what Heart is. Angels don't play this hard. You know what I'm saying? So, Heart is spelled H-A-A-R-P, right? Hotel Alpha Romeo. And, what the hell is me? I forgot what the was. Shit. Paul? I just Paul. Mine just went blank. Yep, it's gone. It's out of here. Anyway, I'm out of here.